going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Far Rock 22, aka Infamous Owen, Infamous_Owen on IG. Today is Halloween, right? You know, this is not going to be a long video, but I just want to talk and reminisce about the Halloweens that I went through when I was growing up. As you can see, the weather is fairly nice out here. You know, a few trick-or-treaters, things like that. You know, I say this, right? Never in my days, and I grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? I was born in 85, so I grew up mostly in the 90s. So when I was, you know, doing trick-or-treating and things like that, I tell you this, it was never this nice outside. Now, it's not hot, but you would never come outside in just your costume on Halloween. You know what I mean? Halloween was damn near freezing. Now, I say this, right? The feeling of Halloween ain't there like how it used to be. I remember the weeks adding up to Halloween back in the days. It used to be real spooky in the streets, especially in New York. I can't speak for other areas and towns and cities and states, but I can definitely speak for New York City. And shit was spooky out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people walking around with masks on. Like, weeks prior, people throwing eggs, throwing potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Throwing tomatoes. It was scary, but it was fun. And I think Halloween was like the only day that my moms would let me stay out a little late. You know what I'm saying? A little past my curfew, or it felt like that because it got dark so fast. But I never forget, man, you know, the egg fights. And when I used to see the teenagers, because I was a kid, so when I used to see the teenagers and the older people go at it with the egg fights, it used to be wild. I mean, it was looking like Wild Wild West. My mother used to tell me back in the days, they used to put chalk in socks and beat people with them. So you come home, you know, all pale and white and stuff like that. So, you know, Halloween was definitely one of those days where, you know, anything can happen. Now, you know, I never heard about people lacing candy and things like that. Like, people would say things, but I never caught no razor blades in my candy, or never got no edibles or no drugs or anything like that. Not saying that that doesn't happen or that doesn't happen, but you got to be a sick bastard to do something like that. But anyway, like I was saying, Halloween used to be the shit. You know what I'm saying? And till maybe when I was about maybe like 11, 12, that's when I stopped, you know, going trick-or-treating. I still went trick-or-treating, but not in a costume. You know, we just did it for fun to get some candy. But for the main thing, we was throwing eggs. We was throwing eggs, throwing potatoes. You know what I'm saying? We'll ransack the fruit stand. That's when they used to keep the fruits outside back in the days. I don't really see them do that. I see them do that in the city. But back in the days, the bodegas and all of that, they never really had the fruits inside. They always had the fruits and vegetables outside. So we'll ransack that and, you know, take whatever we can and, you know what I'm saying, go crazy with it. So, but as the time went on, Halloween started becoming a little bit more dangerous. Whereas you had people, adults, you know, older people, who just ain't play that. You know, you're not going to hit nobody with no egg. You ain't going to hit certain people with an egg or hit them with a vegetable or something like that and think you're going to get away with it. I remember a while back, this happened in the Bronx. Some dude got hit with an egg, right? I forgot what project it was, because I remember reading the article. So somebody in the projects hit somebody with an egg, right? That dude chased this kid into the building, which was a bad mistake on his behalf, because when he got to that building, I don't know what was in that building, but dude got shot up a lot of times inside of that building. That happened in the Bronx. So when things like that started happening, you know, it started to slow down. And I guess things just left in our generation, because these new kids, not for nothing, they're not doing that. And I don't blame them, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to come outside thinking that I might get hit with an egg. I don't care what day it is or how I'm dressed. I don't want to take no chances. So it's a good thing. But then again, I don't know, man. I like to see people having fun, you know? Like, it's been a while since I woke up or went outside and see eggs in the street. And most of the time after Halloween, when I was younger, it used to rain. So it used to stink in the streets. Like, the whole streets would be smelling like eggs, you know? But the kids ain't doing that no more, man. Like Halloween, summertime, water fights. It's been a while since I seen somebody get hit with a water balloon. You know what I'm saying? Or have a water gun and just have an all-out water fight. People ain't doing that no more. And I ain't gonna lie, man, Halloween was really fun back in the days, man. I don't know what happened now, but I ain't gonna lie, even though I'm 38 years old, I still want to throw an egg at somebody. You know what I'm saying? I still would like to, partake in that, even though it sounds kind of childish, but I miss it so much and I haven't seen it in so many years. Like a kickball game. I would partake in a kickball game. Like I would like to start a kickball tournament or a dodgeball tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a big kid at heart. So, Halloween is cool when I see kids having fun and they safe, they with their parents. When we was younger, we wasn't with our parents most of the time. It was just a group of us. There might be one parent. You might have one of them helicopter parents back in the 90s. But for the most part, it was a whole group of us. So nobody wasn't getting kidnapped or, getting snatched up or nothing like that. But also, it seems like nobody really went to school back in the days because, not for nothing, Halloween was the quote-unquote, I don't know how true it is, but they said that was the blood initiation day. So chances are you can go and get cut by somebody, by a new blood member in the street if you go to school on Halloween or if you in the streets on Halloween. That was just our excuse to tell our parents we ain't going to school because it's going to be dangerous. But I don't know nobody that got cut by no fucking blood or, got, assaulted by a gang member on Halloween. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but, that was the word, and I remember when out on the news. So my mom was like, you ain't got to go to school if you don't want to. And nobody really went to school on Halloween. So, but yeah, it was just dangerous. Not dangerous, but it was just spooky. Let's just say that. Very spooky, very eerie feeling on Halloween, but I missed that feeling. Because you knew, like, Halloween is coming, But it is what it is, man. I see some people still got that Halloween spirit, but I think it was just better back in the days, if you ask me. Like, the weather was different. I believe in global warming. The weather was different. You always used to see them lawn bags with the pumpkin looking designs full with leaves. By Halloween, all the leaves was off of the trees. It's cold. Egg will freeze in your pocket, if y'all remember that. Egg bust in your pocket, that shit'll freeze and it'll hurt. Whatever happens to them days, man. But it is what it is. I just want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And, y'all be safe out there. Have a safe Halloween. Have a safe holiday or whatever it is. And, be cool. Peace out, y'all.